What is going on, guys? Asher here from Gadget Blur. Today we're checking out Parallels Desktop 12, or I'm sorry, 11 for Mac. This is going to be just a quick guide on how to install Windows 10 in a Parallels Desktop 11 for Mac. Of course, you need to be running El Capitan. I think Yosemite will work unofficially, but yeah, this is meant for really focused on Windows 10 because it has Cortana and a bunch of other stuff. A quick intro. You may be asking me, what is Parallels Desktop 11? It is a piece of software that allows you to run Windows inside of OS 10. And there are other programs that let you do this. There's Boot Camp for Mac that lets you run it natively. And then there's Parallels, and they have a competitor called the VMware, which allow you to virtualize it so you can run it inside of a window. I'll explain more in a second, but basically, people may be faced with the dilemma saying, why do I want to get Parallels and why do I want to get VMware? Now, I picked this up on Black Friday. Depending on when this video is going to be released, I don't know when it's going to be released. It may be gone, but I picked this up in a bundle for $79.99 with like a bunch of apps, so it's well worth it. It was well worth it. I picked up the home version. I was going to get the pro one, but it's per year, and with per year, you got to pay, obviously, per year, and it didn't really feel that it wasn't really worth it to me. So I went with Parallels Desktop 11. It was fine. You get all the cool features forever. Well, until the new one. If you want to upgrade, you got to pay some fee. But other than that, you got Parallels Desktop. There is a competitor, as I said, VMware Fusion, but I prefer Parallels because they have more features. VMware is more stable, but I have not experienced any issues with Parallels, so I'm sticking with them. There is another thing that which is my reason of getting Parallels instead of VMware, is that Parallels' is only product is the software. VMware makes a bunch of stuff, so their main focus isn't just VMware Fusion. There's a bunch of other programs that they have to put their focus on. So I like to have not VMware. I like to have Parallels. So that's basically why. You want to, okay, so here's how you start and install Windows 10. I'm going to have a link down in the description to this page for Windows 10 ISO downloader. Finally, they let you directly download the ISO image. I don't know what the heck they were thinking, but if you're on on older versions of Windows, when you want to download like Windows 8.1, you couldn't download it, and when you try to download it, it would give you an exe file, which sort of pissed people off because we can't run exe files on OS 10, so you can't. And they basically said, well, screw you, you gotta run it on a Windows computer, get an ISO. But now if they recognize you're on a Mac, they'll give you a direct ISO image. You want to select your version, Windows 10. You can select KN or N or single language, whatever you guys want to choose. Windows 10 also includes the 64-bit, just so you know, and the Pro as well. Okay, more options. You can do all the Windows licensing stuff. Product language, you want to select English if you want, and you click confirm, and you will get 32-bit, 64-bit. You click that, and it'll download an ISO. It'll take it's about 4 gigs, so it'll take some time. I already have it in my computer, so I can just I already have it. So yeah. What you guys want to do once you have it downloaded is you open a Parallels Desktop, you install it and run it, and you get this page. Now, I already have a VM here, but don't mind that. What you want to be focused on is this plus button. You probably won't get this. Actually, you'll get this pop-up. You can get Windows 10 from Microsoft. Oh, I didn't know about that. You can actually get it now. I didn't even realize. So you don't even have to go through that. You can just go and click this button, and you'll download it directly. I already have the ISO image, so I'll grab that, and you'll have a list full of ISO images. There's Windows 10 right there. I select that and click continue. It'll ask you for a product key. Now, there are a bunch of product keys on the internet. I'll grab one right now. Interesting, it doesn't require a product key. Okay, so I just did some research, and turns out that you don't need a product key, so you can uncheck this. Continue if you have one, then. Now you have two options, productivity and games only. I'm going to be using productivity because I use stuff lately. You can customize where you want to install it, so I want to install it to my external drive, so my 1 terabyte, let's choose that. And let's go over to secondary. Let's open up Mac stuff, VMs, let's choose that. 20 gigs, customize settings before installation. I wanted to check that, but you may not want to. Get this pop up before we start. You can choose how much space you want to allocate. I'm gonna go over to hardware and bump up the RAM. So I'm gonna give it about, I don't know, 6 gigs should be fine. 4 terabytes, what the heck am I saying? Graphics, I'm gonna bump up the graphics settings because I have 2560 by 1440 monitor. I wanna give it like a gig. Yeah, that should be fine. Just change that over. I don't think it's recognizing because this is a Hackintosh, but whatever. Which lessen the hard drive? This is the test. Edit. You can change up this if you would like. There must be a better way. Edit. Yeah. I'm gonna bring this down to about 32 gigs. That should be fine. It's gonna be an expanding disk. So what that means is that what the heck happened? It's something called an expanding disk, which means that it will expand. So as you put more files on it, it will automatically expand, but it won't contract. So you have to go back in settings to contract it down to whatever you have. But yeah, so once you've configured it to your liking, you click continue, and it will boot into the installer, and you are now waiting to install. Now, it's mostly hands-free right now, so I'm just going to speed it up and let it do its thing. I'll let you guys know if anything happens. Aha. Okay. So you get a selection here. You get Windows 10 Pro or Windows 10 Home. I'm going to choose Windows 10 Pro because that's what I want. And it's probably going to prompt me for a product key now. No, it doesn't. Weird. Okay. Now it's going to install Windows. That's all I really need to do. So we have rebooted back in OS 10, not OS 10, Windows, and we are now running Windows not natively, but in Book and Parallels. And we can set up Cortana and basically do whatever we want. So if you want to set up Cortana, here's how you do it. I like to set my search icon to just be the icon, so click the search icon, give it a second. It says, hey, I'm Cortana, would you like a personal assistant? I'm here to help. Oops, what the heck happened? Aha. Here's some things I can do for you. I can remind you of a... Okay, let's click next. Use Cortana. Yep. Just call me... You can call me Ashur. Ahmed. Okay, that's fine. Let it. Okay, great. Ashur Ahmed. One thing, the last thing is that way I can keep track of what you want. Hey Cortana, what's the weather like?
Right now, it's -2 and mostly clear.
Ooh. Hey Cortana, if it works. Looks like Hey Cortana is not working. I don't know why it's not working. Let's see. Aha! Let Cortana respond to Hey Cortana to anyone. Hey Cortana. What's the weather like?
Right now, it's -2 and mostly clear.
Alright, that works. Now, if you want to actually use it on a Mac, what you want to do is you want to exit this mode, exit this full screen mode if you're already in it, and you want to go to Windowed and actually enter something called Coherence mode. That will let you run it while you're in a Mac. So you're going to put in Coherence, it's going to start Coherence, and it's going to mesh Windows and OS 10. So when you click the icon, you're going to have this. So you can say, hey Cortana, what's the weather like?
It's currently -2 and mostly clear.
So you can see there, Cortana does respond to our input, and it works quite well on OS 10. That's all you guys have to do. If you have an exe file, Cortana will run for you. Cortana Windows will run for you. But that's basically it. I guess that's how you install Windows 10 on a Mac. Everything is quite the same as you would normally use it. Your Windows 10 button, your icon here is your start menu, so you go to settings if you want to activate it, and it runs as if you were running it on a Mac or a Windows computer. So I guess that's all there is, guys. Yeah, this is Asher Ahmed from Gadget Blur. You can check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Google+. You guys can check us out on our YouTube channel and gadgetblur.com. All those links will be in the description. And this is Asher for Gadget Blur, signing out.